Okay, folks, welcome back. I'm gonna see if I can add some more mechanics into my little sim I'm building here. So I'm gonna get started in code today because I think I want to implement the like a simple health and damage system. So I'm going to add a new Unreal class in my abilities folder here. And U attribute set is what I'm going to inherit from. That'll work. Okay, so in my header file here, I'm going to add in this define statement that apparently is going to add getters and setters to my properties. And then we're going to add a simple health attribute, and I'm taking this straight from the documentation that's out on GitHub that I showed in the last video or video before. So we're going to have a health property, and it's going to replicate using this particular method. And I'm going to call this, there we go. Oh, it does not like that. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to define that function to replicate the health. And I'm going to take a quick look at the Lyra, actually the Lyra header file, just to see if, okay, this should probably be protected. And we're going to add you know what, I'm going to do this the way yeah, I'm going to do this the way that the Lyra sample does it. Okay. Okay, we've got health, we've got max health. We should probably replicate max health as well. Okay. Got that all set up. I've got my attribute accessors So now we'll add in, well, let's do, okay, so now we've got the get lifetime replicated props, so let's do, let's generate these. Okay, let me go back and fix that. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let me try to build that. Okay, so that compiled, but I did change a couple of things. One is I was using the wrong function here, so I just added on the underscore notify. And the other is I moved these attributes into the protected instead of private section of the class. So now see if, I don't know why these projects sometimes don't load. Let me see if it'll reload real quick. Okay, it's reloaded. So now go into the ground vehicle class. Ah, come on. Okay. Let me just copy and paste this. And okay, now I'll compile that. We've added the attribute set onto our ground vehicle. So probably what I'll end up eventually doing here is I'll probably create attribute sets for each type of vehicle slash character. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'll just have a single attribute set with health, and I'll use it on everything. And then when I'm ready to make the damage system a little more complex, I can come in and inherit from Aspen attribute set to make different attribute sets for different types of vehicles. So I'll let that compile. Actually, while that's compiling, I'm going to go ahead and add a few more things. Actually, first, I always want to initialize everything. Okay, so let's do this in protected. Come on. What's the name of that? F on attribute change data. There we go. Forward declare. Okay, so I think on here, well, first of all, we'll grab that value, and then we'll just log it for now. Okay. And I need to initialize my attribute set. Okay, so now how you change delegate right there, and we're gonna do okay. Interesting. This is going to be a missing header, but I don't know which one. Da, 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 da. Got attribute set. Oh, I'm missing. Okay. So now when my health attribute changes, I should get a message. I should get a log message. Okay. Let's compile that. Okay. I think we have all of the code we need now. I do need to add a function in, I think, to the gameplay ability class at some point, but I think we can wait on that for now. Actually, let me... I think one thing I want to change is currently I'm executing these gameplay cues directly from the ability and the shell, and I think what I want to do is have a gameplay effect that then executes that cue. Let me see what happens actually if I do that. So let me do... Okay, so now we have a gameplay effect. And so that sets the cue. I have no idea if there's something else I'm supposed to add or not. Let's see what happens. Documentation is really light on this kind of thing. Oh, I forgot I still have this set to launch 3 clients. We'll have to give it a second since my machine is terrible when I launch multiple clients like that. Come on. Okay, I had to relaunch without so many windows. That was brutal. Okay, let's see what happens here. What did I use? The space bar? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So it seems to be working now, and the reason why I did that is because the effect was only replicating on the server and on the client that owned it, that created it. So clients that did not, the other clients, they weren't seeing the actual explosion. So here's the trick. If I can actually get this to work with 3 windows now. And pause it and give it a minute to recover. Okay. Okay, I got 3 windows open, 2 clients. If I click on client 1 and fire. Okay, perfect. I see it on all 3 screens now. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what was missing before. On client 2, it wasn't, the particle system wasn't playing. So now it is. I know that that's working. Now that I'm using a gameplay effect, and I can shut that off. And then I need to make another gameplay effect for hit. So make a GE underscore shell underscore hit, I guess. Yeah, so on hit, we're going to play an effect, that effect. So apply gameplay effect to target. Maybe I want two effects here. Because I need to apply an effect to the shell itself to make the explosion, and then I need to apply the effect to the target as well to lower the health. Maybe that's what I need to do here. Okay, well, let's just really, that one should probably be, yeah, let's move this. Okay. So to okay, so now we've set up that this effect is gonna remove 50 health from the target. So now back here. go. And then really we want another one of these. Okay, well, let's just see what happens. So this, oh wait, I don't want to do that. Oh, I should have put a... One second. There we go. And if I look at the logs, there we go. We're seeing the health go down because of my log message. So, excellent. That seems to be working, although it's starting out at 0 health. I need it to start out at 100. Let me see if I can get the explosion effect as well. To self, yes. Yeah. In the world. I mean, I need... Oh, here we go. Okay. Boom. And this should be... There we go. Now the explosion's happening. Perfect. But I still need it to happen even if... Okay, so I want to... move this. How do I do a sequence? Yeah, there we go. Sequence. There we go. There we go. Now it explodes, no matter whether it hits a ground vehicle or not. So that's perfect. And when it hits a ground vehicle, the health gets subtracted. So now let me see if I can make this not suck. Okay, there we go. Still a little shitty, but better than it was. Okay, cool. Alright, so you know what would be nice now is some sound. So let me take a break. Maybe I'll put some sound in when I come back. Okay, back. There's a few things I want to do before I do sound. And if we take a look, I need an effect that will initialize the health. So I'm going to create a new gameplay effect here and call it ground_tank_initialize. And I think the reason why I'm putting tank in there is because I'm assuming that different vehicles are going to have different amount of health. So if I come in here and we're going to do modifier, and we're going to change max health, and we're going to add, and we're going to make it, let's make it 1,000. So tanks will have 1,000 hit points basically. And change health as well. Okay, so now we have an effect that adds 1,000 to max health and 1,000 to health. So now in my tank, actually I should really make that the startup. Maybe I should make that the startup effect. Or actually it's startup ability. Oh, okay. Well, let's come in here into the blueprint and on begin play, apply gameplay effect to self, and my new, oh, there it is, tank initialize. Save that. And now if I start, actually, one more thing. Let me change my shell hit. Well, first of all, let me change this to ground shell hit. And in ground shell hit, we'll take away 500 instead of 1,000. I mean, instead of 50. All right, so now if we compile that and run, and take a look at my output log. It still doesn't. Not applying. Weird. That's really bizarre. My tank shells seem to be flying. I'm not sure where. This is still not correct. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. 500, 0. And then I hit it a bunch more times. 500. Okay. I wasn't scrolled down far enough. Okay, let me try that again. Just to be sure. I wasn't hitting the tank. 2. There we go. 500, 0. Okay. Cool. So that is now working as I want it to. I'm a little unsure how to do sounds for these, so I'm just going to go ahead and let's see. The other sounds I did, I put them in the folder, I think. F16 audio. Yeah. So these sounds are going to be more generic because they're going to be used for every tank, really. So I guess I should just put a audio folder in here, and we'll do ground. And I've got some sounds I downloaded here. So this is going to be the tank shell, and then generic explosion will go in the root audio folder. Let's see how I named these. SW for sound wave. Okay. Okay, now we've got that, and let's rename this one. Okay. Can I not create a I guess I can't create a meta sound directly. Okay. Okay, so now we have a meta sound. Need some attenuation, really. There we go. Attenuation. Well, okay. I'll add the attenuation in a minute. So we need a Q, or can I just use the same Q? Hey. Okay, so that works. And then I need another one for the explosion. Let's go ahead and make attenuations for these. What am I doing? Okay. Let me fix this up a little. This should be... Okay. Okay, let's see now. It's hard to tell if I'm getting the explosion sound. Try that. Whoops. I think I'm getting the explosion sound when it's close up, but I don't think I'm getting it far away. Actually, maybe I am. Very hard to tell because the sounds are almost simultaneous. But I'm going to assume that it's working for now. So I think the next thing really is to destroy the tank when its health reaches 0. So I think what I'm going to do is there is a static mesh. Actually, I guess if we take a look back here at the Vigilante folder, if we look at T72, we've got a Niagara system and a static mesh. So this is a destroyed tank. And we have this Niagara system as well that I think is just like smoke rising. And so I need to create variables to hold those. That's going to take forever to compile. Let me just close it, and if I come into my ground vehicle, and we will do this will be the static mesh to hold the damaged mesh, and then we'll have a Oh, goodness, how do I do this? Niagara component? Let me look back at my aircraft. Look at the, it'll be the, I think the afterburner. Oh, I put it in the engine component, I think. Afterburner, Niagara component, okay. So we'll do U Niagara component. And we'll do damaged system. Okay, and then initialize everything. Okay, so those are initialized. We go back to the header file and throw in okay, I always do that just for good measure. It's not really necessary since I'm initializing the constructor, but you know, whatever. So in the on health attribute changed, I think what I'm going to do in here you know what? Two things I need to do. Okay. Actually, I'm going to make a function. destroy vehicle. Okay. Okay, so set visibility on the skeletal mesh to false, set the visibility on damaged mesh to true, and turn on the damaged Niagara system. Okay. Wonder if that'll work. There is one more thing I want to do actually that I did not do. I noticed earlier that my turret and cannon were not replicating. Okay, and then I don't have a replication function here. And let me just grab the okay, it's already got a super. Okay, there we go. Let me compile that. Quick update while this compiles again. I put the replicated tags on the wrong variables, so I've created new properties here and moved the replicated attributes up so that they'd be on the right property. And since that caused a crash, I now need to reload the editor. Okay. Now if I run, let's see what this does. Well, it completely disappeared. That's not actually what I was expecting, but because I haven't set the static mesh.
damaged mesh. It's gonna be T72 damaged. And okay, now we got the system and the static mesh set. Let's see what happens. So the system is activating even though I've let's see. Deactivate immediate. Maybe I should just set the visibility. Compile that. Okay, done compiling. Still showing. Alright, maybe what I need to do is forget this. And come up here, get rid of that, and compile that, and then in the blueprint I can set auto activate to false, and I'll have to wait for that to finish compiling again. Okay, now let's see what we got. Okay, there we go. Now I don't see the system. There we go. Destroyed. That was a little weird. I have no idea what just happened there. I think the tank shells are bouncing. Is there some sort of setting? Actually, there is one thing. I'm no longer destroying the Ordnance explosion. Shell hit. So what I want to do, there we go. So after all the effects are done, destroy. Actually, I guess I could really just add a pin here. That should keep that craziness from happening, I would think. There we go. And for now, I'll just leave those. What I should probably do is put a timer on them so that they... I think you can actually tell it to destroy after some seconds. Let's see. Interesting. Thought there might be a function already to destroy after. Anyway, I'll put in something later to remove the vehicle after, who knows, 30 seconds maybe. But I'm not going to worry about that for now. I think where I got is pretty good for now. I still need to add in... Whoops. Just fired up Unreal. Anyway, I still need to add in the cooldown on that cannon fire ability because at least according to ChatGPT, a T-72 can only fire every 6 to 8 seconds. So I'll probably make that a variable. You know what? Let me just add that real quick before I finish. We'll add a uProperty, and we'll call it float cannon cooldown time, and we'll just set it to 8 seconds by default. There we go. Now that will allow us to create to modify the ability so there's a cooldown time on it that will pull that time and set it. So anyway, I'll work on that some more next time. I think for now I'm happy where I got, and I'm just a little over an hour. So I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. So until next time, take care.